Hello, sixth class of EE 311 Electrical Drives and Control for Automation, sixth class. In the fifth class, we discussed the basic fundamental equations of shunt generator, series generator and separately excited generator. In the category of self-excited generators, there are two more generators. Actually, there is one more generator, compound generator. Compound is again classified into two, long shunt compound and a short shunt compound. So first of all, we are discussing long shunt compound generator. What is meant by long shunt compound generator? In the category of self-excited generators, we studied shunt generators and series generators first. In that category, the third one is compound generator. The basic difference between compound generator and other two generators are, in the earlier two generators, whether it is shunt or series, there is only one field winding and one armature winding. But in this case, there is only one armature winding, as in the previous case. In the case of compound generator also, there is only one rotor winding or armature winding is provided. But the stator consists of two field winding, shunt field winding and series field winding. If there is only shunt field winding in a generator, it will be a shunt generator. If there is only one series field winding in a generator, it is called a series generator. So in this case, there are two field windings in the stator. Thus totally there are three windings: shunt field winding, series field winding and armature winding. Armature winding is in rotor, shunt field and series field are in stator. Shunt field consists of a large number of turns of fine wire which has more resistance. Series field winding consists of thick wire, few turns. Shunt field winding can produce more flux than that of series field. Shunt field winding can produce more flux than that of series field. In the case of long shunt compound generator, armature winding and series field winding are electrically connected in series. That whole combination is connected across the shunt field winding. That is, shunt is long with the armature and series field. Shunt is long with the armature and series field. Hence, it is termed as long shunt compound generator. Armature winding and series field winding are in series. That whole combination is connected in series with the shunt field. Shunt field resistance is represented as RSH, series field resistance is represented as RSC, and armature winding resistance is represented as RA. Okay, and load is connected across the parallel combination. That means load is connected across the armature plus series field winding and shunt field winding combination. So the voltage build-up process of a long shunt compound generator is almost same as that of the voltage build-up of a shunt generator. The voltage build-up of long shunt compound generator is almost the same as that of a shunt field generator. That means both the shunt field and series field winding can produce a small flux. Due to that small flux or due to that residual flux, it can create a generated EMF in the armature. That armature EMF is again passing through the series field and shunt field, and then slowly field current is increasing, flux is increasing. This increased flux cuts the armature and more voltage is developing in the armature. This more voltage is again passing through the field current of the generator, and this process continues. So voltage build-up process of a long shunt compound generator is same as that of a shunt generator. Voltage build-up process of a compound generator is same as that of a shunt generator. Okay, so there are two field windings in this case, shunt field and series field. Both are in stator. Series field is connected in series with armature, hence it is known as series field winding. The field winding which is connected in series with armature is known as series field winding. The field winding which is connected across the armature is known as a shunt field winding. So current flowing through the armature is IA. Current flowing through the series field is ISC. Here IA is equal to ISC because armature and series field are in series. Armature and series field winding are in series. Therefore, in a series circuit, current is same. So IA is equal to ISC. After that, the current split into two. A part of the current is flowing through the shunt field denoted as ISH, and the rest of the current is flowing through the load denoted as IL. So IA is equal to ISC is equal to ISH plus IL. IA is equal to ISC is equal to ISH plus IL. Then shunt field current ISH is equal to V by RSH. Shunt field current ISH is equal to V by RSH. because voltage available across the load is V, voltage available across the shunt field is also V, because shunt field and load are parallel circuits. In a parallel circuit, voltage is same. If the voltage available across the load is V, definitely voltage available across the shunt field is also V. So shunt field current can be found out by ISH is equal to V by RSH. So terminal voltage V is equal to what is the voltage available across the load is equal to generated EMF EG minus voltage drop in the armature IARA minus voltage drop in the series field. So V is equal to EG minus IARA minus ISCRC. Figure നോക്കി പഠിക്കാം. V is equal to voltage available across the load is equal to EG minus IARA minus ISCRC. V is equal to EG minus IARA minus ISCRC. So power developed power PG is equal to EG into IA, generated EMF into current flowing through the armature. Power developed PG is equal to EG into IA. Power delivered to the load is equal to V into IL. Power delivered to the load is equal to V into IL. Developed power is equal to voltage available across the load into current flowing through the load. So these are the basic equations of long shunt compound generator. What about a short shunt compound generator? As the name implies, short shunt means shunt field winding is shortened with armature. After that, series field winding is connected, that whole combination is connected. This parallel combination is connected in series with the shunt field. Hence, this generator is named as short shunt compound generator. Shunt field winding is shorted with armature. The series field winding is connected in series with this parallel combination. Therefore, this winding is a shunt is shorted with armature. Therefore, it is named as short shunt compound generator. Voltage buildup of a short shunt compound generator is same as that of the voltage buildup of a long shunt compound generator, which is almost same as that of a shunt generator. The difference is, in the case of shunt generator, field winding is produced by only one winding, shunt field winding. In the case of long shunt and short shunt compound, field is produced by two windings. Both shunt field and series field can produce flux in the case of long shunt compound and short shunt compound generator. But you have to understand that shunt field winding can produce more flux than that of series field winding. Okay, because shunt field winding consists of large number of turns of fine wire, series field winding consists of thick wire few turns. So comparing to series field winding, shunt field winding can produce more flux. So electrically stronger winding is shunt field winding, no doubt about that. That is the difference between shunt generator and compound generator. Flux is produced by two windings in the case of compound generator, but in the case of shunt generator, flux is produced by only shunt field winding. Otherwise, the working is almost, the voltage buildup is almost same. So the shunt field winding is shorted with the armature. After that, series field winding is connected in series with this parallel combination. So in this case, IA is not equal to ISC. Look at the previous case. IA is equal to ISC because armature and series field are in series. The whole armature current is not flowing through the series field current. A split up of armature current takes place before it is entering through series field. Before it is going through series field, a split up of armature current takes place. So we are not allowed to say IA is equal to ISC because IA is not equal to ISC, because a parallel branch is there. That means IA split into two sections. A part of IA is flowing through shunt field current. A part of IA is flowing through shunt field represented as ISH. And the rest of the current is flowing through ISC. Rest of the current is flowing through series field represented as ISC. So IA is not equal to ISC. IA is equal to ISH plus ISC. This ISC is equal to IL because series field and load are in series. Armature and series field are not in series. Armature shunt field combination are in series with the series field and load. Please understand. Series field armature മാത്രമായിട്ട് series ആയിട്ട് കിടക്കല്ല. Armature and shunt field are in parallel. That combination is connected in series with our series field and load. So IA is not equal to ISC. Before entering the current in the series field, IA is split into two. A part of armature current is flowing through the shunt field represented as ISH, and the rest of the current is flowing through the series field. Therefore, we can write IA is equal to ISH plus ISC or IA is equal to ISH plus IL because ISC is equal to IL. Why? What is the reason? Why ISC is equal to IL? Look at the figure. The same series field current is flowing through the load. There is no split up takes place after that. So series and load are in series. In a series circuit, current is same. So series field current is equal to load current. So IA is equal to ISH plus ISC or IA is equal to ISH plus IL because ISC is equal to IL. So series field current, first equation. So look at the equations on the right hand side of the slide. Series field current ISC is equal to IL. Series field current ISC is equal to IL. Shunt field current ISH is equal to, shunt field current can be found out by voltage available across the shunt field divided by its resistance. So what would be the voltage available across the shunt field? It is not V because shunt field is not in parallel with the load. So voltage available across the shunt field is V plus VSC. VSC means voltage available across the series field. So voltage available across the shunt field is V plus VSC or V plus ISC into RSC. That whole voltage is developed across the shunt field. So what is the shunt field current? ISH is equal to V plus ISC RSC divided by RSH because voltage available across the shunt field is not V. In the earlier case, voltage available across the shunt field is V because shunt field and load are in parallel. Here shunt field and load are not in parallel. So voltage available across the shunt field is equal to voltage available across the load plus voltage drop in the series field. Voltage drop in the series field is denoted as VSC. So V plus VSC is available across the shunt field where VSC is equal to ISC into RSC. So ISH is equal to V plus ISC into RSC divided by RSH. V plus ISC into RSC divided by RSH. So armature current IA is equal to, I told you IA is equal to ISH plus ISC or ISH plus IL. Both are same. So what about terminal voltage? V is equal to EG minus IARA. Generated EMF in the armature EG minus IARA minus ISCRSC. So look at the figure. With the help of the figure, you can write the equation. So while we are studying the equations, you have to say all the equations by looking at this circuit diagram of the compound generator. What is the voltage available across the load? V is equal to EG, generated EMF EG minus voltage drop in the armature IARA minus ISC RSC, voltage drop in the series field. V is equal to EG minus IARA minus ISC RSC. V is equal to EG minus IARA minus ISC RSC. Power developed PG is equal to EG into IA. So power developed in the armature is equal to generated EMF EG into current flowing through the armature IA. PG is equal to EG into IA. Power delivered to the load. Power delivered to the load is equal to voltage into current V into IL. Power delivered to the load is equal to V into IL. Power delivered to the load is equal to V into, power delivered to the load is equal to V into IL. Okay. So these are the basic equations of short shunt compound generator. Long shunt, we studied long shunt compound generator, short shunt compound generator. So I am repeating, generators are classified into two: separately excited generator and self-excited generator. In a separately excited generator, separate excitation should be given for producing the flux. In the case of self-excited generator, they have the capability of producing the flux of its own. That means they have the proper, the field windings of the series, the field windings of the self-excited generators should have the property of residual magnetism. Series self-excited generators are again classified into three: shunt generator, series generator and compound generator. Compound is again classified into two: long shunt compound and short shunt compound. There is one more thing you have to understand, that whether it is long shunt or compound, there are two field windings. One is shunt field and other is series field. Electrically stronger winding is shunt field. Shunt field winding can produce more flux than that of series field winding. If the flux produced by the series field winding helps or aids the flux produced by the shunt field winding, total flux increases and generated EMF increases. Such type of compound generator is also compound generator is known as cumulative compound generator. So one important thing you have to understand that long shunt compound is again classified into two: cumulative compound and differential compound generator. That is not shown in this PPT. So long shunt compound is again classified into two: cumulative compound generator and a differential compound generator. If a flux produced by series field winding opposes the flux produced by shunt field winding, resultant flux decreases and generated EMF decreases. That type of generator is known as a differentially compound generator. So long shunt, there is no such classifications for short shunt compound generator. Short shunt compound generators are rarely used. Most commonly used compound generator is long shunt compound generator. Unless stated otherwise, a compound generator is understood as long shunt compound generator. പ്രത്യേകിച്ചൊന്നും പറഞ്ഞിട്ടില്ല എന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ compound generator എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ you have to understand that long shunt compound generator. It is classified into two: cumulative compound generator and differential compound generator. I am repeating. If the flux produced by series field winding helps the flux produced by the shunt field winding, total flux increases or resultant flux increases, generated EMF EG increases. That type of generator is known as cumulative compound generator. Flux produced by series field winding opposes the flux produced by shunt field winding, definitely resultant flux will decrease, generated EMF will decrease. Such type of generator is known as a differentially compound generator. Thus long shunt compound generator is again classified into two: cumulative compound and differential compound. There is no such classifications in the case of short shunt compound generators. Short shunt compound generators are rarely used. പ്രത്യേകിച്ചൊന്നും മെൻഷൻ ചെയ്തിട്ടില്ലെങ്കിൽ സിംപ്ലി എ കോമ്പൗണ്ട് ജനറേറ്റർ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ യു ഹാവ് ടു അണ്ടർസ്റ്റാൻഡ് ദാറ്റ് അൺലെസ് സ്റ്റേറ്റഡ് അതർവൈസ് എ കോമ്പൗണ്ട് ജനറേറ്റർ ഈസ് അണ്ടർസ്റ്റുഡ് ആസ് ലോങ് ഷണ്ട് കോമ്പൗണ്ട് generator. I think it is clear.